Hi, I'm Jay.
And I'm Eric. You're changing it up every time.
And this is the Broker and the Artist. Thanks for coming by, checking us out again. Today we are going to speak about one thing. The phone's going off. My little guide here. We don't have an iPad like you people out there.
They can't see. You should have told them we do.
I don't think so. Who knows?
Oh, damn, you guys can see it?
So today we're just going to be talking about something very, very, very important, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, really important. Okay, this is right up there with everything else.
Yes, it is.
All right, talking about the
Comic-Con Survival Guide.
Okay.
We practiced that, could you tell?
Yeah.
Comic-Con.
See how we said that in sync? It looked great.
Hours of pre...
Oh, yeah. We kept saying it over and over. We still fucked it up.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a what we're going to try to cover is when you go into the comic book shows.
Yeah.
These are things that you really need to know.
Yes.
I need to do.
And it's an exciting time because everybody loves this season. It's like
exactly.
It's like when NFL starts. You
Yes.
know, everybody's football. I know. I love football.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and I get like that. You know, same thing. Comic book convention season. Even if I don't go, I love watching all the show. You know, you go online, you go to YouTube, and everybody's channel and everybody's live coverage of it. Or I get to go to the shows themselves, and it's awesome. You know what I mean?
Remember that?
So the season is starting soon. The season is coming up soon, and it's coming up soon, and you know it's an exciting time to prepare because you know all the cosplayers they're getting their so they're not doing everything now, they're waiting last minute, but still they're thinking about working on it now.
They're getting
and you're getting excited. Yeah, you guys are building yourselves up for that. All the people going to collect everything. You guys are working the extra hours. To try to save up money for all the projects you're gonna buy when you're there, all the books you're gonna buy, and all the autographs you're gonna get. It's an exciting time, and I love this time of year.
And you know we're located in West Palm Beach, Florida, and you know we have a few shows down here. You know whether it be SuperCon up in Miami, MegaCon in Orlando, the PalmCon with Warren does. So I mean there's a few shows down here that you know that we have.
Yeah, and it's exciting down here.
It's exciting, you know, but at the same time, I go up to New York once a year to New York Comic Con.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is and it's absurd, the crowds and everything like that. But the survival guide really needs, I mean, if you have a pen and paper, does anybody use pen and paper anymore? Probably not. I'm sorry. God, I'm so old.
It's not an app. Don't look for it on your phones.
But I'm so freaking old. Pen and paper. What kind of shit is that?
Take notes, people.
Jesus, yeah, do something. Just don't use a pen and paper because that's old. But you know, talk about the survival guide, right?
Yeah. It's something that you guys you're there all weekend long. A lot of you guys will camp out there. You know what I mean? You have no home.
Exactly.
You're gypsies for those 2 or 3 days. And you're staying
in some dingy hotel just for a bed. You know,
if at all you find a hotel.
If at all. Some people stay in cars. I mean,
it happens a lot. It happens a lot, especially when you have crappy parking. SuperCon, what happens is that you don't want to leave your parking spot, so you're going to live in your car all weekend long.
Yes, exactly, which is fine too. If there's a place, one of the things that we need to talk about is to take a shower.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, come on, people.
Man, showering is so underrated.
Wow.
It is so underrated, people. It is so underrated.
If you go to one of these shows, okay, and you're talking to someone, and by some reason you gotta lift up and get a comic book or a statue, and something waffles at you.
It's like somebody mailed in a raw onion from a third world country, and it's like, terrible. It is horrible.
Come on, take a shower.
Yeah, it's offensive. And you think, well, you know, because the first thing we think we're geeks, we're nerds, you know, and you think, we're those kinds of people who don't attract the opposite sex so much. Nerds. Yeah. Shout out to
TBS, King of the Nerds, man.
Very funny.
To Danielle and I can't think of the other person's name right now for providing this shirt.
That's how grateful he is.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry. TBS provided this shirt, Revenge of the Nerds, for doing we did an interview on InvestComics with Robert Carradine and Curtis Armstrong. And they sent me
awesome
this shirt.
Nerd.
And thank you so much. Awesome show. I mean, wow.
Awesome show.
So thank you so much, guys.
Very cool. So back to it is that idea is that just because we don't think of ourselves as somebody who really attracts the opposite sex, it doesn't matter. You're still talking to another human being. Don't offend that person. You don't live in your own bubble. You leave your room. That's your bubble. When you're outside of that bubble, react and act like it's not your boat.
Yes.
Everybody, come on, man. I mean, I love conventions, but seriously, I've run across some people. I remember one time some guy did that. He lifted up his arms, and I said, "I'm sorry," and I walked away, and that was that.
Yeah.
We were talking about a book. It was a good talk. Couldn't keep doing it. I said, "I'm sorry, man. It was bad." So you guys take care of yourselves, you know.
For real. I mean, deodorant, you know,
yes,
and don't put deodorant on top of no shower.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, come on, guys.
If you absolutely cannot shower, then do the whole travel shower. Go to the bathroom, you know, scrub the important parts. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then deodorant, and then clean shirt. You guys carry a clean shirt.
Something.
You know what I mean? Again, if at worst you cannot shower, carry a clean change of clothing, and then deodorant.
Yes.
You scrub the important parts, brush your teeth.
Yeah, you know, it's very obvious that, you know, through your daily life, you need to be, you know, your hygiene needs to be kept up.
Yeah, it does.
That goes between your shower, between your breath.
Yeah.
I mean, get gum, guys. Brush your teeth.
Yeah. It sounds like a lecture about that, but it's important.
I'm sorry, guys.
We'll move on from that point, yes.
Exactly.
But it is important.
It is important. But the next thing, one of the other things that I think is important is money. You got to make sure that you have cash in your pocket.
Yeah,
and
true.
Not only cash in your pocket, but a lot of times you go to these shows, you can bring a bag in with you, like a knapsack or something. Put some drinks in there. Put some snacks.
Oh, that's how you save your money. Yes.
Yes, because, you know, then you could go and buy that comic book, that collectible, for $10.
Exactly.
You know, that you said, oh shit, you know, I need this book because InvestComics recommended it.
Right.
You know.
No, it's true.
Or Erick says it's a great read.
But I'm hungry, so I got to buy this $8 hot dog now, and I'm going to put that book.
Exactly.
No, don't.
You buy an $8 hot dog or a $16 piece of pizza.
Yeah. What's a suggestion? What I suggest is this. This doesn't mean just plan a few months in advance now. Almost any major bank, you can get a debit card. You don't need it doesn't have to be on credit. With this, I know this is boring, but it's important.
It's important. Survival guys.
Yeah. Listen,
survival guys.
Get yourselves this way. You regulate yourselves without beforehand. Get yourselves a card, maybe 2 accounts, 2 debit card accounts. That means it works just like a credit card, except it won't let you go over your limit. So let's say, for from this month to this month, for 5 months, I saved up for Comic-Con. I saved up to buy all the comics I want to buy, all these projects, all these posters. And this other card, I save up to buy food. If you're going to buy food, I wouldn't buy the food there. I would take my own stuff with me. But if you're going to, fine. Have your 2 separate cards. And there is which also leads into the fact that there is no reason why any independent vendor, I don't care how small you are, I don't care what you sell, from a hot dog stand to an independent publisher of comics. It doesn't matter what you sell, you should be able to offer credit card payments. There is no reason in this day and age where you can call yourself a small business and not accept credit cards. On my phone,
you better have a Foursquare. You better have something.
PayPal, Foursquare, Square Up. I use Square Up. So far it's the cheapest one. It's 2.75%. Yeah, PayPal does 3%. Square Up does 2.75%, and it's easy. It's legitimate. If there's no paper, you can send a receipt, or they send a receipt to you over email or your phone. It's 100% awesome. Right. So with that, you shouldn't even have to carry cash with you. It should just be the debit card, because everybody should be accepting credit card payment, debit payment. Anyway, that debit card you have with you now.
But the problem with that, a lot of times too, is when some people are irresponsible, including myself once in a while. You have your card and not money.
All right.
And it's like you say, the hell with it. I have my card.
Right.
I'm going to use it on that $9 hot dog.
Right. Well, that's why you're limiting yourself.
Cash. It's like, I
guess you see how much you're leaving behind.
Yeah, you're like, Jesus, I only have $20 left.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do want to keep it. That's true. That's a good point. You want to keep your tabs. How much have I spent? Yeah. I have 500. Let's say I saved up 500. In that card. So I bought, $180 worth of comics already. Well, this is how much I have left to buy, on this. You know what I mean? That way you're kind of just regulating as you're walking the convention all weekend long.
So what we're saying when it comes to that is to budget yourself. It's really important.
Yeah, budget yourself.
Budget yourself at these shows.
Oh, I guess I should clarify that Square Up and PayPal, they charge the person selling, not the person buying. I don't want you guys to think that if I use my card, they're going to charge me 2.75%. No. The person selling it. If you're buying a book from me, then I get charged the 2.75%, so it's coming off of me, not you guys.
Exactly.
So if you're buying it, then you're cool. You don't get any extra fee. Just what you saw that you're supposed to pay, and that's it.
Exactly.
But budget yourselves. It is important, guys. It is
really
important, and you have a much better time. You're not freaking out at the end. You don't piss off your parents or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever. You know what I mean? Why'd you spend all this much? Look, this is how much I said I was going to spend, and that's how much I spent.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It's different ways of budgeting yourself, but that's definitely an issue you definitely need to keep on top of, because if you don't, you're gonna find out real quick.
Yeah, you're gonna ruin your event for you later on. You know,
exactly.
So that also leads into electronics. You're using your phone, you have your laptop, you have your camera, you're tweeting stuff, all this stuff. You guys have rechargeable batteries, and now I know it's not too big a deal, but memory cards, make sure you have plenty of whatever you need to keep memory on everything. Your laptops, like I said, what else was laptops, phones.
You know, it's really important, and I learned this from doing a lot of shows over the years, guys, and I'm sure there's a lot of people who do this as well, but maybe some people don't know how to do this. You go to the show when you first get in, okay, to your show. I don't care what show it is. It could be, like I said, SuperCon. I don't care where it is. PalmCon. You go there, find the outlets.
Oh, yeah.
Look for the outlets.
Yeah.
Look for any electrical outlets, because you find them, that's gold.
Yeah, that's true.
Because by the time that show reaches its third or fourth hour,
it's going to be crazy.
Those plugs are scarce.
Yes. And with that, what you do is don't be the one of those jerks hogging it.
Yes.
Have a what do you call it, the multiple ones.
I know what you mean. Yes. As far as the plugs go.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. You have a plug that has three prongs.
Protector, surge protector.
Yes,
for God's sake. I'm sorry.
Plug that in. Yes. Exactly.
And that way, everybody's like, "Oh, you're awesome.
You're the man."
You know what I mean?
And then let's say you're from InvestComics, or you're from
ixtstudio.
Yeah. And you could be the man, and all of a sudden you become a promoter.
It's true.
You got to think of these things.
No, that's
like,
very good.
Hey, can I plug into your search? Yeah, sure. So, what do you like?
What
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Oh, here's my card.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden, before you know it, you're marketing.
You've networked. Oh, my God. It's a great thing.
You got to think of these things, because the plugs...
They'll think of you as the nice guy that, he let me plug it,
Exactly. I remember Jay from, So-So. I remember Erick from So-So. They helped me out, whatever. Let me go to the website. Let me buy something off of them.
Yeah, man. You keep up with them. You help spread the word on. They help spread the word on your projects. This and that. It's a really good thing to do. So don't just take your own extension. Take a surge protector, and then you plug your stuff in, and 4 or 5 other people can do it with you.
And even if you don't have a business, it's a great way to meet new people.
Just meet new people who are working on projects. You guys are just straight fans. Right. You're gonna meet people who are creators, up and coming. You never know.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna bring
me on Facebook. Because you plugged into you made a new friend. Stupid little surge protector.
Yeah, just something basic like that.
Yeah,
opens a lot of doors.
But make sure when you get to your show, look for those plugs.
Yeah. That's a very good point. Yeah,
look
before it gets busy.
Yes.
Very good point. And they do have plenty, because they're usually like in convention centers or halls. They will have plenty of outlets. It's just that usually they're being used up.
You're being used up, and they're hard to find sometimes. Because they're in between things, or underneath stuff.
Exactly. So you want to do it before the show gets busy.
Yes, please.
Good idea.
It's very important.
Very good idea.
What else you got? You got anything else?
Yeah. Well, make sure, like we said, you're gonna have your electronics with you, charged, rechargeable batteries. You have your plugs ready whenever you see an outlet, because you are gonna be bored waiting in line for a while trying to get in. So make sure
Yes, very important.
You're ready for that stuff. And that's on the technological side. I think that's kind of basically on the technological. Outside of that,
you have. I mean, as far as the collectors go, which is a really important thing, is that you're at a comic book convention. We like to hope and pray that the comic collector is still alive and well. And make sure that you have plastic sleeves for your comic books if you care about your comic books.
Right.
A lot of people don't care. They roll them up, put them in back in their goddamn pocket.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes.
But for the collectors, let's make sure you have those plastic bags and backboards, whatever it is.
Yeah, good point. And along with that, also the poster boards. Go to FedEx or wherever, and just buy the tubes, the cardboard tubes, or I guess you can make it yourself. Really, you just get a bunch of thick board, and if you don't want to spend the money on it,
creative,
you just roll it up. You tape it nice and solid. Don't get the tape on the inside so it doesn't stick to the posters. You roll them up. They're safe. You put your posters inside the tube. You seal it because they will slide out. Seal it,
or they might disappear from people. Taking out. I mean, you got to be. It's another thing. Obviously, you got to be very aware of things going on around you.
That's true.
Don't walk around in a tizzy in a fog because you've just seen Greg Capullo oh my God, he's such a great Batman artist, and you're in love with him. It's okay to admire people,
right?
But don't get lost.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Actually, that's true. It gets weird. Yeah. It gets weird. Yeah, yes. I've noticed that. That's true. It does get weird. Don't be that weird person.
Yes.
Dignity. Have a little damn dignity.
Yeah, keep control of yourself.
Be a fan. It's awesome to be a fan. They do love the energy, and it's awesome.
Right.
But you know what I mean? Hey, look, maybe this is okay, cool. You know, I said I love you. You know, I love your work. Yeah. It's great seeing you. Back up a little.
Move on. Yeah.
Back up a little.
Because you become that misery.
Yeah, you'll be the story that they talk about, later. Hey, man, there was this one dude there. Yeah, don't be that guy.
Exactly. Remember that fan that tried to break my ankles with a sledgehammer?
Yeah, and if you don't know anybody like that, it's probably because it's you.
It's you.
So
just chill out.
Yeah.
Believe you. The whole idea is, I've told plenty of people this in my life in this business. Act like you've been there.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it's going to be very noticeable, and you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. Yeah. And it's kind of embarrassing. And,
very good point. Very good point. But get the products and everything, and get everything signed, seal it all, make sure that you protect it.
Yeah, have it protected. It's really important.
The tubes, things like that, make sure you have a back. Obviously, you're going to have a backpack. A lot of you guys already do that. Even for the tubes, even if you duct tape straps or something, so you don't have to get your hands busy. You want free hands as much as possible.
Yes.
So, you know what I mean? If you make some quick straps, you guys are creative enough to make straps on the posters, one end to one end, and you carry across your chest kind of a thing. That way your hands are free.
Yes.
You do need free hands for getting things, picking up things, dropping off things, switching things.
And I've made that mistake where, in my younger years, where I've had, comic books, stacks of comics, or I've had watch actually, where I put it down to do something because I'm carrying them.
Yeah.
And I literally forgot some of my comics. I forgot a watch.
Yeah.
I forgot my camera, my digital camera.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
And then that traffic,
because you walk away and boom, they're gone.
Yeah,
see ya, bye.
That's not good.
Have a bag. Have a backpack. Have something that you can conceal and walk around with that at all times. If I need my camera, it's in my bag.
Right, exactly.
If I need something, it's in my bag.
Yeah.
Don't put stuff down.
And even more detail in that book bag, which we'll get into the contents of the book bag. Just like with myself, what I do, because I'm always busy, I'm always running around, So what I do is my keys are always in my left pocket. My phone is always in my right pocket. My wallet is always in my back pocket. So without looking, I just kind of feel for it. Same thing with the backpack.
Yeah.
When you're in a rush, when you're running around in a big event like that, have always, for example, if you have a zipper pocket on the side or in the front of the backpack, you feel for it. You just feel for it. It's there every 5 minutes. Get used to that. It's kind of like obsessive compulsive.
Yeah,
but this is good.
It's good.
You just feel for it. I feel it. I feel these three things they're supposed to be there. Cool. If they're not in their place, then you stop, turn around, look for it.
Yeah.
But if they're there, it's because you left them there. If they're not there, then maybe something happened.
Something. Yeah. You got pickpockets. Just stand right there and just start screaming.
Yeah. Whatever you have to do.
Yeah, whatever you gotta get,
And inside there, the less important things, but still you should have.
Yeah, but I totally agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah.
I constantly check, all right, is this here, is that there? Is this there, is that there?
Yeah, you have to do that. And in comparison, for example, my wife, she never does that. And she's always looking for her phone. She's always looking for where her credit card is. Where are my glasses? And I have everything. I'm like, I don't know, but I got everything I need.
Yeah,
I'm tapping myself like if I'm drumming on myself. But I know where everything is, you know what I mean? And I'm good that way, I'm like, I don't know where your stuff is, but I got everything on me. It's just, you're not stressing out and stuff. You're just feeling for it right away and you're moving on.
Right, exactly.
Inside the book bag, what will you have? Sunblock.
Sunblock, that's important. Have sunblock because, you do spend a lot of time outside with your buddies and your friends.
You get burned.
You get burned very quickly if you're in the warmer states like us.
Oh, right, that's true.
I mean, in New York Comic Con, when I go in October, I don't spend that much time outside, obviously.
Sure.
You go to Seattle.
Maybe an umbrella.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure you have a little umbrella. Exactly. You got to think of these things because it's a survival kit.
Yeah. It is, exactly. It is a survival kit.
Yeah, you're going to a big event. If let's just say, obviously you're going to remember these things, but if you are an asthmatic, make sure you have your inhalers in there.
Yeah,
make sure you have your medications in certain places. Have that stuff with you.
Yeah.
It's important.
And again, seal everything differently. Like your snacks could be in this big Ziploc bag. Your toiletries could be in this other bag. Your toothbrush, your toothpaste, your deodorant, Please. Yes. Things like that could, your sunblock in a separate bag. Everything's organized, so it's quick to get, quick to put away. You don't have to worry about that stuff. Your snacks, like I said, you do want to have plenty of snacks. the food they're going back to that. It's so expensive.
It's very expensive.
You know, and I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody loves a good hot dog while they're walking around, or a good burger in that event. But it's going to cut into what you should be spending on the independents. You know what I mean? On all these creative projects.
I think if you're going to a baseball game or a football game, you know you're gonna want to spend that $9 in Yankee Stadium for a beer,
right?
Because you're there to watch a ball game.
Yeah.
You know, but you're going to a comic book show. You want to try to save your money for what's your essentials. What the reason why you're there?
Exactly.
And it's not there to eat.
Yeah. No. Exactly.
I mean, let's be honest.
You can go to a restaurant cheaper and better.
Exactly.
To eat, you know?
And a lot of times in New York Comic Con, what I do, not a lot of times, all the time, is I go outside to the pizza place up the block.
There you go. If you're going to eat, not from your bag, there you go. Go somewhere it's decent, and you get to come right back in. You know,
exactly. You got here, you know, your pass, whatever it is, your bracelet.
Bracelet.
And exactly. And I'm spending $1.75 or $1.25 for a slice of pizza at the pizza place up the block in New York City.
Right.
But a pizza place inside is $5.50 for a slice.
It's crazy.
What's your point?
You know, and there's no need for that. Don't worry. You know, get yourself a Snickers. You know, for a day, get yourself a Snickers, a granola bar, a fruit, an apple. That's will last you a while. Hydrate, get some water. You know, and then a soda later on. I guess. You know what I mean. We're not gonna eat the perfect. I know it's gonna be perfectly healthy carrots and almonds.
But at the same time, if you're there for 3 days, you know, of course you want to treat yourself to a hot dog.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? You're there for 3 days.
Or go down the street, like you said.
Yeah.
You know, you'll get right back in if you can. You'll get right back in with your bracelet, and you're good.
And then, you know, speaking of money, really quick, you know, if you're a collector out there, just starting to collect a new starter as a collector, realize that when you go up to a dealer, okay, you're looking to buy the first appearance of Thor. And dealer's asking, you know, $1,800, which isn't the first appearance of Thor.
Right.
But, you know, the dealer's asking for $1,800 or something. Don't go in your pocket and give them $1,800.
Yeah.
Look at that book. Study it.
Yeah.
Act like you've been there.
Yeah.
And say, hey, this is a nice book, but I see some flaws in it. How about I give you $1,300? Haggle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything can always be haggled.
And the dealer will look at you and say, $1,300? What are you, crazy? I'll give it to $1,600. And then you say, I'll give it $1,500. All right, give me $1,500.
There you go. You saved yourself.
You saved yourself $300 from the cover front of sticker price. Yep. You know, be smart.
Right.
You know, and anybody who's been a collector for a long time knows this already.
That's a good point.
But let's just say, you know, you're just kind of starting out your first show.
Yeah.
And we're going to assume that, or you're just starting out to be a collector. Don't give your money away like that.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, that's true. Make it fun for you. In other words, get yourself in character, as it were. You know what I mean? Say, look, I'm gonna because it's easy to get intimidated. You know, but don't be. They're playing a game. It's all a game. We guarantee you that it's a game. That's their business.
Yes.
They're gonna ask for more than they really should be selling for, and you're gonna ask for less than you really should be going for, and you're gonna meet halfway. That's the game. It's not that but not with that guy. That guy was just it is with that guy. Yes. Nobody. What are they gonna do? Tell you no at worst.
Exactly.
And that's it.
And what do you do? They said that, like you said, Eric, they tell you no at worst, and what you do, you walk away.
Right.
But they don't want you to walk away. They want your money.
They're going to say, oh, hold on a minute.
Wait, hold on. Come over here. Because they know that book you're looking at, they could buy it up the alley there.
Exactly.
Up the road.
Exactly.
In that convention for what they want, for $1,500 or whatever it is.
Exactly. And that's the thing. And there's no guarantee that they will sell to somebody else that book. So maybe they see you as the only opportunity to sell that book. So then they're going to think about that too.
Right. You're not. But you know, let's be realistic about this too. You know, say Walking Dead is really hot right now. You're not going to go and bargain for a Walking Dead #1.
Right.
Because the dealer knows he's going to get what he wants for that book.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if it's something a little more obscure that nobody's looking for anymore, then that's where you're going to haggle back.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like a Thor first appearance or whatever, Spider-Man first appearance, you can actually haggle a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit with the pricing. Yeah. Not much, but there's a little bit of space there.
Yeah, but for you, it's money you saved.
Yeah, but you can't haggle with a hot book. Yeah, just don't bother. You'll basically embarrass yourself. Don't do that.
Right, that's true. There's that too.
I'll give you $600 for that Walking Dead, and it's selling it for $900. You'd be like, go fly it.
Yeah, because somebody else
will buy that book for $900.
True, good point.
You know, so
that's another good night.
Anything else you got, or
a couple other things? The only ones I could think of is take hand sanitizer, because you can't always get to the bathroom and like we've stated, that there are gross people. You know, even as vendors, you know, sometimes you don't want to take out that very rare book. Maybe you want them to wash their hands a little bit. Here, put some hand sanitizer on. And they show that you have your own. You show them that you're being careful. They'll be more inclined to show you the book. Yeah. You know, and like I said, there are some pretty gross people sometimes there. So do that. Yeah. And comfortable shoes.
Oh, boy, yeah. My God.
Shoes.
That's a huge thing.
Clean change of socks.
Oh, please.
With that, too. If it's a 3-day event, that means 3 pairs of socks.
Yeah, 3 pairs. And if you're going out, whatever, just bring extra socks, extra underwear. You never know. You might get so excited for seeing Todd McFarlane, it might soil yourself.
You know? So in that regard, bring a plastic bag to throw all your dirty stuff into.
Exactly. Tie it up really tight.
You know what I mean?
Keep it in your hotel room. Don't put it in the backpack.
Yeah. Exactly. No, be careful with that kind of stuff. And, I got another one. If you see... Just because there's a bald white guy walking around the Comic-Con does not make him David Finch. Don't assume it's David Finch. There are many bald white men that are comic book collectors and fans.
Yes.
I don't know how many times I have a friend over in Kansas City when I was in the Midwest, and we would do the cons there. And his name's Brian. Brian.
What's up, Brian?
And
you're being called out right now.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to start trouble or anything, but he's calling out.
Well, you know, and you'll remember that, you know, we're looking at a comic and somebody goes up to him nervous, you know. Excuse me, sir. And he said, yeah. He's like, you're David Finch, aren't you? He doesn't know what to say. He's a nice guy. He just kind of stands there. So I'm like, yeah, go for it. He's David Finch. He's like, no, I'm not David Finch. And, you know, it's, just because it's a bald white man does not mean it's David Finch.
Well, staying with that, what you're saying, it's very interesting because I'll go one further. If you go to the show, and I've seen this happen with Dan DiDio, he needs to go to the bathroom, or he needs to go to his next event. Right. Leave the guy alone.
Let him move.
I mean, let him move. Yeah. He's moving for a reason.
Yeah.
People move for a reason to get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
So if Dan DiDio, never forget, this is when the New 52 hit, and people are stopping him literally in the aisles. Hey, Dan, New 52 sucks. You know, what are you doing? And Dan's trying to get to his next panel, or he's trying to get to the bathroom for crying out loud. Let the guy move.
Right.
You know.
Yes, he is just a human being. Where you go back to him, but especially in those events, he's a very important human being. In those events. Let him do his important moves.
You know, if you see Dan DiDio standing at a table talking to George Perez, and you know he's standing over the table talking to him, which I've seen too, and he stops talking to George, and he's kind of just standing there aimlessly and. He's not doing anything. You know, say, hey, Dan, what's up?
Yeah.
They can, you know, kind of...
Yeah, hey, I saw you poking your nose, so I'm going to talk to you.
Exactly. Well, be smart, guys. Come on.
That's true. Again, that goes back to the whole don't be that fan, you know?
Exactly. Don't be that guy. That's an annoying person.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool that you really love the story or you really hate it. That's good to feel really intensely about something like that.
Yeah.
But remember, for every one of you that feels that way, there's going to be the millions of others that he or she has already dealt with.
Exactly.
You know?
There's a difference between a passionate person and a person that's going to be, you know...
And a crazy fan.
A crazy fan, you know. Just chill out. And so what? It's Jeff Johns walking around. So what?
Yeah.
It's Jeff Johns. He writes comic books. Calm down, people. He writes a good comic books. You know, Green Lantern, which he left. Yeah. But, you know, that's for another episode. But, you know, he's a good guy. He's actually a very, very open guy.
Yeah.
He's very friendly. You know, I met him. I'm sure maybe you met him, whatever. But leave the guy alone. Okay. You know, whatever. But
NGO.
but leave the guy alone. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's true.
I seen him too being stopped constantly. Hey Jeff, can you sign this? Hey Jeff, you know, and asking questions about Lantern. Like, you know, don't do that. Don't be that fan.
Yeah, edit yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
edit yourself. There's that timer again.
There's a light again.
Dang, it took us a while then.
That was quick. Again. That seems to be our thing.
Yeah, our production's telling us there.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, if you want to wrap this up, or if you have anything else to add, or
let us know any extra. I'm sure we forgot a lot of things, or maybe we said something you guys don't agree with. Let us know. Write it down there underneath on the YouTube. You see it down there, the list of things that we're writing down. There you go. Comment on that.
And don't be a jerk. If you don't like us, you don't like us. But be creative about it.
Yeah.
Say why you don't like us. Say, Jay, I hate your shirt. I hate the way you talk, Jay. You speak like Brooklynite.
But why do you hate the way we talk?
Yeah, exactly. I don't care.
Just explain why.
Exactly. Don't be.
But let us know whatever we forgot and stuff.
Yeah, way to go. You're really. Come on.
Yeah,
step it up.
Let us know whatever we forgot and stuff.
Yes, it's important. We might have forgotten some cool things that can be. Yeah. We can relate.
It's important. The season's coming. The convention season's coming. We want to know, whatever things we forgot and stuff. It's exciting.
Yeah, exactly. So, but with that, I'm Jay with InvestComics. Find us at InvestComics.com, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all kinds of good stuff. But you won't find us on MySpace. I think, right?
I think I have my account still on MySpace. And there's that other Moco Space. Moco means booger. I don't know. It's some weird one. Yeah, don't look for me there.
Oh, Jesus
Christ. Don't find me there.
What is that?
I don't know. But I'm Erick Marcus, ixtstudio.com. Find me on Facebook and on Twitter.
All right. Thank you for watching, and peace out.
Peace, guys. See you next time.
Thanks a lot, man. Bye.